Hey, welcome back to the garage, everyone. I just wanted to give you a quick update this evening. I've got my parts in, and it looks like it's going to be a fun weekend, so stick around. All right, everyone. I took some time off for the Thanksgiving holiday. I've been waiting on parts. And the regular job always comes into play as well. But we're getting back to this Mercedes. And as you can see, I have disassembled the passenger side front suspension. It looks pretty much like the driver's side, including this joint on the braking support bracket. We'll be rebuilding this. We'll be pulling these bushings out of here and changing out this ball joint. We'll be painting it just like we did the other side. And I just pulled this stuff off of the car this evening. We'll go ahead and get this ball joint replaced. This rubber boot was all torn up just like the other side. All this stuff came apart much easier the second time around since I went to school on the driver's side. This lower control arm is a little different situation than the driver's side. It is in worse shape. You can see how this bushing is off center. You see it's pushed to the right a little bit like that. Also, let me see, where is it at? There is a prominent crack all the way around this thing. I'm sure you can see that crack right there. So that center part is separated, I think. So this thing was definitely toast, definitely time to be replaced. All right, before I get this passenger side front suspension rebuilt, just wanted to show you a few highlights. This is the battery tray. Man, it's nasty. Holy cow. Got a little bit of corrosion buildup there. It doesn't look too bad. There's no holes in it or anything. It just needs a little sanding and a fresh coat of paint, and I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to get this battery tray out of here and get to this bolt right here on the upper control arm. All right, I take back what I said about cleaning and detailing after mechanical restoration. I can't let this pass. I'm going to have to go ahead and get the shop vac out and get this mess out of here. I just can't stand it. Give me a few minutes and this will look a lot better. All right, thank you, Craftsman. Shop vac. Got rid of our little leaf problem. Well, except for that twig right there. And this spring. Interesting. I wonder where that came from. We'll put that in the old pocket here. And we'll see what happened. And now that I get a flashlight on it, there's still some pesky leaves back there. I'll get those out later. But right now, what I'm looking at is no rust, which is a good thing, as you may all know. All I see is, I see a little red on that bolt right there, but that's nothing. That's in really good shape. This is just, you know, dirt from the leaves that were in here and some pollen. This yellow stuff is pollen. Since I live in the southeast United States, pollen is a huge problem. Well, it's not really a problem. It just makes things kind of dirty. So it looks pretty good, really. And probably to clean out those drains as well. I'm kind of digging this. This side will be a lot easier. This is the upper control arm bolt right here. And boom, I can get my hand in there straight away. I should have no problem getting that out of there. Here's the passenger side brake caliper here. Pretty nasty, you know, typical brake dust and everything. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and disassemble these this weekend, hopefully. We'll pull these parts out of here, pull these pistons out, get some new O-rings in here. We'll get some new sensors installed as well. We'll get new brake flexible brake lines installed. You can see this is the this is the remnants of the original brake wear stuff. So anyway, yeah, I still need to get this upper control arm off of here. It won't take but a few minutes, though, to be honest with you, now that I've got everything out of the way and I've got access to this top bolt. I could probably have that out of there in just a couple of minutes. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can't get this upper control arm bolt out. So we've got our wrench on the head of the bolt back there where the battery was. tell you what, nothing like air tools. Let's see if I can't jiggle the control arm and pull that bolt out of there. I'm going to offer up some gentle persuasion. I tell you what, that upper control arm bolt is a tight, tight fit. See if I can get this control arm out now. All right, that was nothing to that. I just zipped it right out of there. Once the bolt was out, it came right out. I had already disconnected it from the torsion bar. You can see right here, the aluminum has been worn down. It's actually quite rough there. And so this part was ready to go. Also, this ball joint is toast. All the grease is leaked out, and you can see the rust on the ball joint up in there. Done. The bushing looks, it looks okay, but the rest of it is toast. So this is good for scrap aluminum. All right, we've got our upper control arm out of there. Get that final bushing off of there. And this washer here will be a little bit stubborn. That'll take some gentle persuasion with a hammer to get that off. This end of the torsion bar over here doesn't seem to be quite as bad as the other side. Well, the other side wasn't bad. It just had a little bit of surface rust on it. And this one appears to be the same, but no danger of excessive corrosion there. So just as a side note, on these W126 cars, you see this torsion bar or sway bar, whatever you want to call it. You see how this thing goes through the body of the car here? I've read that in the service manual, it's some ungodly amount of hours to get this out. You've got to disconnect all your braking system, take your fuse box out. You got to take all these heater hoses out. It's just a mess. I don't know why anybody, if this thing ever broke, and you had to replace it, oh man, good luck with that. They do make a kit though. They do make a kit to fix that problem. And if I ran across that, I would seriously consider buying the kit. So my little workbench over here that I have in the corner of the shop is filled up with tools and parts and whatnot. And trust me, I know where everything goes, I hope. And we have our brake parts came in. So I have this is the outer bearing. This is a Timken. This is set 3. I'm still waiting on the inner bearings, which is a Timken set 5. I like Timken because it's made in the USA. I have a pair of brand new Mercedes brake pad wear sensor cables, which will connect between the car electrical harness and the brake caliper. And strangely, I have a third one in the box. I think that was a mistake from FCP Euro. We've got two new flexible brake hoses. I was a little cautious about buying this particular brand. I know they're not Mercedes. They're Corteco. I don't know. It looks like they were made in Italy, I believe. And looking at this hose, it looks fine to me. It looks really well made. And the price was right, too. Let me tell you what. So I'm going to see how that goes. I'm not too particular about, buying certain things that are Mercedes parts. Now, for instance, for electronics, stuff like this, yeah, definitely. You want to buy Mercedes. But brake pads, this Pagid, these are Hellas. These are great. So those, you don't need to buy Mercedes for that. And these are rebuild kits. I decided to go ahead and rebuild the calipers. These have, I'll show you what we got here. We have, with one hand, we have O-rings, and we have new metal plates there, or I guess those are retainer rings. So we're going to rebuild both front calipers as well, and we have Corteco grease seals for the wheels, for the wheel bearings. So, and the brake rotors are by Zimmermann. They're over in the house right now, so I'll get them out later. This video was just a quick update of progress on the front end rebuild on this W126 and on the complete front brake rebuild as well. So this weekend I'll be making a video on rebuilding the front brakes on a W126 Mercedes. That will include stepping over my jack, rebuilding the front calipers, replacing the front flex lines, and replacing the brake wear sensors along with the brake pads. Not a huge job, but it needs to be done. And I think it'll be a little fascinating to take apart a front brake caliper on one of these cars and put new seals in it and maybe put a coat of paint on it as well. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you later.